This is your government video on rights of the accused. So, if you're accused of a crime and the government believes that you committed a crime, they can arrest you. But remember, you have due process rights. There's a process by which the government has to prove that you actually committed the crime. And for this, we generally use a trial. And during that trial, and when the government is trying to collect evidence against you, the government is not allowed to violate all of your rights to do that. So the Constitution has a number of rights in various amendments protecting your rights before your trial and during your trial. So here's just an example. The Fourth Amendment says they have to have a warrant to search and seize your property. So we've already talked about that. The judge has to determine if the warrant meets the level of probable cause in order to properly and legally search and seize your property. You have Fifth Amendment rights to remain silent, so you don't have to ever answer questions for the police without an attorney present. They are not allowed to do double jeopardy. So if in the trial you get a case decision which says that you are innocent, they cannot retry you for the same crime. You are also allowed to have a speedy trial. So they can't just arrest you, put you in jail, and just say you're waiting for trial for 20 years. So that would also be illegal. You have to have a jury that's impartial. So if the jury, let's say, are all friends with the police officers, that would be illegal. And you also, in that trial, have the right to question all witnesses against you. And of course, both your attorney and the prosecuting attorney can call witnesses and ask questions of every witness. Now, all of these in the Constitution are to protect the civil liberties of people. If we let government and people who work for the government, who are police officers and prosecutors, just do whatever they want, then of course, if they believe that somebody committed a crime, they might do maybe some unjust things in order to try to prove that person guilty. And it could be that that person is actually innocent. So they're trying to do this to ensure that they were actually protecting the public, but also to weigh safety concerns. For instance, if you are accused and they think that you committed a murder, then keeping you free could harm others if they believe that you'll commit this murder again. There's also some updates. So the government also cannot seize your phone and look through your phone without a warrant and things like that. Gideon versus Wainwright is one of the cases that we talked about. Gideon is the one that now requires that the government pay for a lawyer for you if you cannot pay for one yourself. Your Sixth Amendment right to counsel now applies to all charges, not just federal charges. And in large states like Phoenix, we call this a public defender system. So if you can't afford an attorney, a public defender paid for by tax dollars will help you. This was also incorporated through the 14th Amendment. So this also applies to state crimes as well.